we want to give our children a chance to say something they appreciate about their dads. So, Ona, what is something you appreciate about your dad?
He helps the city every day by driving people to places that they can't go if they don't have a car or they have disabilities.
Thank you, Ona. He's a bus driver for the city, isn't he? Raven, what did you want to say you love about your dad?
I don't know.
Raven and I have talked about this before, and Raven crawls up in his dad's lap and just gets to be with his dad. He's learned to mimic his dad's prayers, and so, yeah, you're a blessed guy, huh? I noticed a picture of you in the newsletter. It looked like you were ready to take over in the pulpit. Palia, what's one thing you appreciate about your dad?
He's super duper kind.
What a compliment. Ari, what's something you appreciate about your dad?
His really good guitar playing and his music. It's fun to listen to.
I know you come away after visits with him just strumming and the creative juices for writing music are going. So what a blessing. Did you think of something you love about your dad? Something else?
Yeah. Dad is really kind, and he's really so nice.
He's really kind and he's so nice. We're thankful for your dad too. Well, we would also like to give an opportunity for any of you that just have a shout out about your dads. We have Ari to bring the mic if any of you want to share something you're grateful for about your dad.
My daddy taught me about Jesus.
We'll start with Erica.
I'm just grateful that I had a father that after 5 children, he stayed around. And he stayed married to my mother for 40 plus years. And most of all, I remember when I used to have chronic ear infections. And so through that, my dad taught me about healing. And he used to lay his big hand on the side of my head, wherever the ear infection was, and he would tell me, just call on the name of the Lord, and he would read scriptures to me about healing. So I learned about Jesus and his healing power very, very early, and so for that, I am very grateful.
Thank you. My dad also stayed after having 5 children, and he worked himself literally to death. He kept working and working and working and working until he couldn't work anymore, and then he worked some more, and he passed away on the job. He was a fireman, and he helped a lot of people, and he taught me about God. He took us to church. He prayed with us. We got on our knees and said the rosary, and he led us in prayer at the dinner table. And he was just a good, good man. And like it says, my father is a good, good man.
Thank you. Well, I had a stepfather. His name was Bill Wilson Kamba. And he took on my brother and my mother and me. And we became farmers. And my stepdad gave me a good work ethics, which I didn't realize for many years. I thank him now. The reason I'm speaking up now because he has affected me. And I never bonded with him. My brother did. I've never been able to bond with very many people. But lately in my prayers, I thank God for this man. Because when he married my mother, and one of the things I loved about my stepdad, I never really got the chance to tell him because he had bone cancer, lung cancer, and another type of cancer. He had 3 types of cancer, but God must have loved this man because he died with no pain. But I was there for him for the last year of his life when they said he's got a year to live. And I like this. I love this guy, man, because he was the only man that was very kind to my mother. Was very kind to my mother. And there's been a lot of men here in this church. I want to tell you, and some that are not here have been fatherly image to me. And one of the things I'm very critical about is if you treat your girlfriend or your wife very kindly, I'm attracted to you. So thank you for, thank you.
I just saw on the bus today Roberta, who used to come to our church, and she told me that she just lost her father. So please pray for her comfort.
I think every time I come into the church building, I'm reminded of my father in some ways. His fingerprints or handprints are on the lights or on the fellowship hall, and the guy that could build anything, create anything, fix anything. None of those traits did I acquire. But his steadfast love of the Lord, his devotion, his kindness, hopefully some of that was to the next generation and beyond. And so I thank the Lord for my dad too.
Of course.
My dad is kind, and actually last year on December 5th, when I got something from Lowe's for free, apparently, a little birdhouse that was made out of wood, my dad helped me make it. One more was messed up, but that's okay.
It sounds like that meant a lot to you. Time, dads with your kids, those are memory makers.